Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Cooking with NMC. My name is Samantha DeToy and I'm a registered dietitian. So autumn is here, and instead of our typical green leafy salads that are healthy in the summer, we're going to be looking at an autumn Mexican salad. Right, so the main ingredients of our autumn Mexican salad are the beans. We've got two different types of beans here, the butter beans and the red kidney beans. And then the other main ingredient is the corn kernels. You can use either fresh or frozen or canned corn kernels. Along with that, we've got 6 different kinds of vegetables we're going to be adding, as well as our fruit, avocado, which is a very unique kind of fruit. So instead of, if you're not a fan of beans, you can substitute the beans with lean chicken breast, lean beef or game strips, or some feta cheese as well. Because the main benefit of the beans is that it's packed with protein, and instead of an alternative protein source would be any animal protein or the dairy protein I mentioned. So if you put all these salad ingredients together, they give a delicious taste, but they also give your body a really big health boost. So it's a high starch salad, but if we combine it with the veggies, and if you look at per serving, there's about 1 to 2 portions of carbohydrates per portion, which is a very healthy portion, and it's packed with fiber, so it's actually what we call the complex carbohydrates, which are really good for your blood sugar, your appetite, and has so many benefits for your digestion as well. Other than the fiber, there's also loads of phytonutrients, antioxidants, and essential vitamins and minerals that we find from all of these ingredients. So it really is a very good healthy salad to enjoy in the autumn. Now that it's getting cooler, we tend to forget to drink lots of water. Drinking lots of clean, safe water is very important for our health, to stay hydrated, for increased productivity at work, and just for so many health reasons. So when you find yourself struggling to drink enough water, you may want to try some homemade iced tea. And the iced tea we're going to be making today is a pomegranate, lemon, rooibos, cinnamon iced tea that's easy to make and is a great alternative to shop-bought sugar-sweetened iced teas. So that's enough from my side today. Let's give it over to Ashley to show us how to put it all together. Hi Ashley.
Hi Samantha, how are you doing?
All good, and you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me here today.
It's a pleasure. I'm really looking forward to it.
So am I.
Have lots of fun.
Cheers, thanks.
Bye.
All right, see you soon. Hi, my name is Ashley and I'm a food curator and food writer, and I'm really excited to be here today, and we're going to be making a Mexican salad. Now this salad is absolutely amazing because it's a great transition between summer and autumn / into winter, because I don't know if we really have a really long autumn period. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. As Samantha's already mentioned, there's some beans, there's some corn kernels, and I'm going to be looking at some of these things and how they sort of add flavor and texture, and you can use this as a great side dish, a great accompanying dish, or you can have it as a main, as we're going to be doing today. So please do stay tuned, and remember, also do comment in the comment section, and yeah, let's have a discussion and let's talk about what you like to have in your Mexican salad. So this recipe makes use of quite some interestingly texturally different ingredients. The first thing we're going to start with is some Rosa or cocktail tomatoes. We're going to be cutting these as well, and then we've got some red kidney beans, some butter beans, an interesting staple of Mexican cuisine, some corn kernels, And then we've got some lovely coriander to go with it, just to give it some extra freshness as well. And then one of my favorite things to put in food or anything that I cook is mixed herbs, because they just give you that interestingly dynamic flavor to whatever you're cooking. So I've got some mixed herbs in there. There's basil, there's some oregano, and there's some thyme and a bit of parsley as well. And you can have them dried or you can have them fresh as well. And then just to add a bit of zoom is some sesame seeds, lovely toasted. You can have them toasted or you can just have them fresh as well. So those are some of the main components that we're going to be having in our salad. And to go with this, we've got some red pepper, a yellow pepper, one whole onion. And to this, we'll add 2 avocados, which are central to a lot of Mexican food, and as well as the juice of 1 lime, and some olive oil, some garlic, some smoked paprika, some cayenne pepper, 1 whole chili, and some honey. So all of this is all mixed up together in one amazing salad, and I'll be showing you how we get to do that as well. There are some substitutions that you can use for different ingredients, and I'll be talking about those as we go along. Now that we know what we're making and what we're going to be using to make it, I think let's get straight into it. And this recipe is going to be broken up into 3 parts. Okay, so first we're going to get all the processing done. We're going to chop our veggies and get everything mixed up. Then we're going to make our dressing. And then we're going to put that aside. And then we're going to get our rooibos tea going. And then after that, we're going to put everything together and we're going to have an awesome, awesome meal. So first things first, chopping. We need about 1 onion for this. Okay, so I've just finished chopping up 1 medium-sized onion. Tried to make a bit of space just so that I've got enough working space to work with. And in addition to this, I'm going to be adding a yellow pepper and a red pepper as well. Just for the beautiful thing about Mexican food is it's a lot of color, it's a lot of texture, it's a lot of excitement that's happening in your mouth as well. So in terms of flavor, so it's all these things that are all happening at exactly the same time. So one thing you want to remember is you're not looking for a Michelin star kind of cut. It's the rougher you keep it, the better. It makes it interesting. It's home cooking, and the beautiful thing about home cooking is no one is going to take out a ruler to kind of measure how long and how big your peppers are. But I think that's what I like about home cooking as well. It's your interpretation of a recipe. And so do let us know in the comments what you would cut out or what you would add to this recipe, just to sort of make it your own as well. I love red peppers. Red peppers are absolutely amazing. I'm going to steal one. So we're done with our red pepper. As you can see, nice small bite-sized chunks. And we're just gonna throw that in there with the yellow pepper and the onion as well. And now I'm going to be moving on to our tomatoes, our cherry tomatoes. I like the ones that have got like different colors in them because, you know, you're just also adding that dynamic as well. So there's a bit of green in there. There's a bit of green and red. You know, there's a bit of yellow and some orange as well. And remember, it's Mexican, so it's nice, it's bright, it's vibrant. I think let me put them there first, and then we can just mix it all up together. So I love tomatoes. I cook with tomatoes a lot. And if you don't like tomatoes, you know, just fall in love with tomatoes. Okay, so there we've got some nice color, some nice texture, and they're just halved, nothing too hectic, and we just put that with everything else. Okay, so to everything we've cut, I'm going to be adding some avocado, but I'm gonna cut the avocado and place it separately because avocado is a very fragile fruit and you don't want it getting all mushy before you even get to the salad. So they say the trick is cut it in half along the seed. I'm about that way, and then twist open, knock, and then you get your avocado pip out. And so that's that. And yeah, we just try and work it out as much as possible. You get it out of the shell. And the thing is, the reason why you want a medium ripe avocado is you don't want it to, because if this was a bit softer, it would have been crumbled all over my hands by now. We can get rid of that seed. Okay, as you can see, my avocado is very, it's very messy, it's chunky. There's no method to the madness basically. And I think I like it like this because it gives me those nice bite-sized chunks when I am adding them to the salad as well. So yeah, we're just gonna put this away and then we're gonna try and clean up everything and then continue with our recipe for today. Okay, now we're done with all our prep and we need to make our salad dressing for this. And salad dressings are very different. You can have some creamy, you can have some oil-based, and we want to keep things nice and healthy. So we're gonna be using some olive oil. We've got some garlic as well, and we've got a bit of heat. It's Mexican after all. We've got some cayenne pepper, some Spanish smoked paprika, and we've got 1 chili. So it does pack a punch, but if you want to do away with the chili, you can do away with the chili. And then we've also got some honey just for that added sweetness. We're not gonna be adding sugar because honey is a better alternative. It's nice, it's healthy, and it works. And so what you want to do is you just want to maybe get a smaller paring knife and just remove the seeds, because yeah, if you get into eating these seeds, you'll get into some serious trouble. Okay, so move those to the side. So for this, you want to make them as small as possible, just so that when they mix in the dressing, they're not just really huge chunks standing out. So lengthwise, and then widthwise. Okay, get a nice mixing bowl. Just add everything in there, minus the seeds. Okay, I think we're done with this. Okay, so whisk at the ready. About 2.5 tablespoons of olive oil. You can always add a bit more depending on the quantity of your salad as well. About 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic, if it will get out. There we go. Okay, so this is about 2 teaspoons of Spanish smoked paprika. I'm gonna put about 1.5 to almost 2, and then I'll add as we go along after I just sample this. And then our cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons. Then for now, just mix that all together. So what you see, it does make a bit of a paste. And what I want to do this is just add a bit of honey to this to loosen it up as well, nice and thick. So it's a very sticky dressing. Okay. Honey, 2 tablespoons as well. And I think, just looking at it, it's very nice and red, and it does drop, but you want it slightly looser than this. So what I would advise is to add a bit more oil. And that's the beautiful thing about recipes, is sometimes the recipe will call for 2 tablespoons or whatever it calls for. And then you see, you adjust as you go along and you taste as well. But before I get to adding a bit more oil, just some mixed herbs, eyeball it. I always say until your ancestors tell you to stop. Yeah, okay, no, they have spoken. And Yeah, acid. So our salad dressing is three things. It's oil, it's seasoning, and it's acid. So you get the juice of one lemon and to catch the seeds. Okay. These lemons are very juicy. I like the amount of juice that's coming out here. So it's very tart, it's very intense, it's nice, and just whisk it away. And already, as you can see, it's sort of loosening up. And I like it there, I like it, okay. Some salt. Just a sprinkling. Oh, wow. Oh, I love that kick, it just gives you that. And then some black pepper. Okay, get that seasoned. Now whisk it all together. Just let all those flavors dance and just, it looks absolutely amazing. Taste as you go along. Wow. Okay, so now our chopping is done, our dressing is done. We're going to set everything aside and we're going to make our lemon pomegranate rooibos iced tea, and then we'll put everything together and we're going to enjoy our meal. Okay, so our dressing's done, our vegetables are chilling, they're all chilling in the fridge, they're all having a little party in there. We're gonna make our iced tea now. So what I'm gonna be using is standard rooibos tea bags, but these are lemon infused because the iced tea I'm making is a lemon flavored iced tea. So what you want to do is just basically slice your lemon with the skin on after you've washed it. And just get nice thick slices going. Don't worry if there's a few seeds in there, we'll strain it a little later on. So ideally you want about 2 liters of boiling water. This jug is about 1.8 liters, so I'm just gonna add 4 tea bags to it. Then just pour the water in there. And you want to make sure that your glass is also very heat resistant. Otherwise, just let your water sit for a bit so you don't have cracking and shattering of stuff all over your kitchen. Okay, and straight away, add your lemons. And this is the reason why you don't fill it up to the brim, so that when you add your lemons, it just rises to the surface. A bit of honey. Again, for taste. If you can do without it, but you can also, add a bit more. Again, it's about taste. You can add more, you can add less. It's entirely up to you. Just give that a nice, good stir. And you want to taste as you go along, so you sort of know what you're doing. That's good. So you need to let this chill for a bit. You can let it chill up to room temperature. Ideally, you want to leave it overnight so it gets nicely infused. And then before we serve this, we're going to be adding a bit of pomegranate and just adding a bit of it. But before I forget, we need to add a cinnamon stick. Just throw that in there and the flavor will come through. And I always like, just a bit extra, so just a bit of, about 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And then you just mix that all together. And already it's smelling nice and fragrant. Right, okay, so that's done. Set this aside. All right, so now is the time where we bring everything together. So you want to start with the hard textured ingredients first. So to our dressing that we made a bit earlier, remember it's got some honey there, some cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, some olive oil, some garlic, we've got a chili, so everything is just packed full of flavor in there. And then so to that I'm going to add firstly my onions, my tomatoes and my peppers. Just throw them in there, okay? And you just want to start mixing it thoroughly, just getting all that dressing all over. So you can see there's like a whole Mexican fiesta happening there. Okay, and then I'm going to add my beans. This is 1 can of red kidney beans. And 1 can of butter beans. Oh, don't know how I was leaving that there. Mix it. So you want to fold it in, okay? You don't want to be aggressive. You want all the flavors just to sort of swim throughout the whole salad. It's also great, you know, when you want to make like a bean salad of sorts. It's a great alternative to exclusively bean salad. I love it. I just think it's one of those awesome things to eat. Our corn. That's also 1 can. And as you already see, it's already filling up the bowl. Oh, that looks awesome. Looks absolutely amazing. I mean, you've got reds in there, yellows, there's orange, there's white, there's green. Okay, so this is set. I'm gonna add a bit of coriander. So this is fresh coriander. I just love ripping it with my hands. Just put that in there, and then I'll put a little extra also at the end. I'm gonna add that in there. And then I'll add a bit just on top to give it that extra. Okay. Now the greens have come to play. Throw in a few mixed herbs just to go as well. And again, it's how you want to. You can leave some stuff out, you can add extra things. That's the beautiful thing, as I said earlier, about home cooking. It's about personalizing stuff. These are toasted sesame seeds. You can just find them at any general store. If you go towards either the baking section or towards the nuts section, you'll find them there. I love them because they just add a bit of drama to whatever I'm doing. So, a bit dramatic. Okay, then we can sprinkle a little more. And just a bit more. And more and more. Okay, this is looking good. So because we're about to serve this, I'm going to add the avocado. And remember, be very careful and be very delicate as possible, so you don't mush the avocado too much. Okay, and just fold that in. Okay, just from the bottom, top up. Just fold that in. Just like that. You don't have to overwork it. Just get that going. Nice. You've got big chunks, you've got small chunks, you've got tiny chunks. You know, if you see chunks that are a bit too big, just break them up and, you know, just, there we go. I think I'm happy with that. It's beautiful, it's vibrant, it's dramatic, it looks nice and mushy, but we're not done yet. Finish it off. Just roll up a lime. About half should do it. Just for that extra zing. Oh, that looks good. Looks very, very good. And then, yeah, just some random coriander leaves. And we can say our salad is done. It's a medley of beans, corn, onion, red peppers, yellow peppers, avo, coriander. So it's all things Mexican, all things fiesta, all things fiery. You know, there's some chili in there as well. So I can't really wait to dig into this. This is going to be absolutely amazing. So you can have this as is, or you can have it as a side at a barbecue or a braai, or whatever you're having, or you know, with a meal. This would go very well if you're going with rice and maybe some nicely charred barbecue chicken as well. Would go very well with this. So this is ready to consume. But before we go and start eating, I think let's finish off our iced tea and we get consuming. Okay, we've almost come to the end. And before we get into eating and doing all sorts of things, I just want to finish off the iced tea. And remember, we let this chill for a bit. Ideally, you want to let it chill overnight. So I've got a pomegranate here. I love pomegranate. So yeah, we used to play soccer with these pomegranates because we never used to understand the real value of them. And ideally, you want to get the seeds as easy as possible out without breaking them too much. So you just, there we go. Just get all those little jewels out and just let them fall out. Use your hands. Okay. The membrane is very tough and rough, and so you don't want that anywhere near your iced tea. So other ideal fruit that you could use for iced tea, you can have pineapple in there, you can have some strawberries in there as well. Grapefruit, for me grapefruit is a big one. I really love grapefruit. And so I like my iced tea very citrusy, so I can have a medley of citrus, so I can have orange, grapefruit, and lemon and lime, lemon and lime, or you know, whatever. It's about personalizing it, and there's no hard fast rule that says you should use this one and that one alone. So again, pomegranate is high in antioxidants, and it's just a whole lot of nice stuff that you're putting into your body. You don't want to be putting, you know, over-processed ingredients into it. So there we go. Our iced tea is ready. Our lemon pomegranate rooibos iced tea is ready. So I'm going to take this to the table, and Samantha and I are just going to indulge. All right, here we go. Some iced tea, and look at that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, there we go. I hope you're hungry.
Definitely.
Okay, let me have your plate, and let me do some for you there, so you can get into it. And I always love having this with a bit of bread.
Yes.
I just usually break off a piece, and I think it's whatever you would love to have. There you go.
Thanks. You've done well.
Oh, thank you.
Looks amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's.
Would you like, can I dish you some or pour some tea?
Yeah, sure, please. Thank you.
Also looks great. Isn't that good?
There we go. That's fine. Thank you. Love the colors. And that's the thing about, the Mexican salad. It's about the texture, it's the colors, and
that's right.
And the spice. And so yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Tastes great.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Cooking with NMC. We've made an amazing Mexican salad. Please do try it out at home, and just tag us when you do, and you can follow us on all our social media platforms. They are in the description below as well. And yeah, it's NMC, Cooking with NMC, and this salad is going straight down my throat. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.
So from my side, I hope you are inspired to cook more at home, and just have fun and experiment and put all the different colors together, and just know that you're doing your health one big favor. Enjoy.